Welcome to the Hardcore Closer Podcast. I'm Ryan Stewman, founder of HardcoreCloser.com, and this podcast is all about helping you, the salesperson, close more sales. And look, whether you're selling cars, homes, financial services, consulting, whatever it is that you sell, this podcast is dedicated to help you generate higher quality leads, increase your closing ratios, and show you how to charge premium fees for the items you sell so you can get paid what you're worth. What up, Closer Nation? Welcome to episode 74 of the Hardcore Closer Podcast. Yeah, fuck yeah! Oh, got a little excited this morning. Hey, look, I'm glad that you're here. If you're a first timer and I haven't already scared the hell out of you, be sure to check out previous episodes. There's obviously 73 or more. And listen, we ask everybody, every single show, it's called consistency, folks. We ask you to go and subscribe over on iTunes and leave us a review. And here's the thing. I am trying to reach 300 million salespeople so I can help change their mind, because when you change somebody's mind, you change their life. And I need your help. And one of the biggest outlets to do that, especially since this is a podcast, is obviously iTunes. And listen, you got to go into the podcast app and you got to look on the THC podcast, which you might be listening to right now, hit reviews, and then scroll to the bottom and type in a review. It takes about 2.5 minutes to get the whole thing done, as long as you're not a wordy motherfucker. You're writing a lot of words and shit. But other than that, it doesn't take very long. And listen, I'm giving you 22 to 32 minutes every single week here behind the mic. At least you can give me 2.5. Quit being a damn kangaroo and leave me a review, right? Quit being a kangaroo and leave me a review. I need to turn it into some rap shit. I can feel it coming there. Listen, we got right here. Here's an example. Free Millionaire Making Advice 5 stars by Rhino 2016. Ryan Stewman is a badass motherfucker. You show right, Rhino. If you, I promise I didn't write this about myself. If you're not on this, you're leaving. If you're not listening to this show, you're leaving money on the table. I've learned so much from these podcasts. This is Ryan Cantrell, the Remax Legacy Group. See, that's what I'm talking about. See how the guy left a review. See, you do me a favor, I'm going to do you a favor. You talk good about me, I'm going to read your company. So look him up on Facebook if you're looking for a real estate agent. Who knows where he might be. Ryan Cantrell with Remax Legacy Group. I appreciate that, Ryan. All right, so before we jump into the episode, I want to talk to you a little bit about something that I think is super important that you want to hear. Like we got the pre-content, and then we got the content, and then the post-content's usually how our things roll here. But so I know that there's a lot of people out there that are self-proclaimed Facebook ad experts. And I don't know of a single course you can go through with Facebook that gives you the certification that you're some kind of ad expert. The reason why I say that is Facebook is a very, it's easy to use. It's easy to understand. The problem is you got a lot of people that have never ran Facebook ads, or that have ran Facebook ads with $10 or $15 of somebody else's money, and they think they know everything. And I know that your news feed on Instagram, on Facebook, it's filled with people who can help you with Facebook ads. It's like the guys that are all over spamming your email trying to help you with SEO. That's what we've come to in the Facebook ad realm. I think it's only a matter of time, and we've already made precautions. We've already taken precautions for this, but I think it's only a matter of time before Facebook says you can no longer advertise on Facebook about Facebook ads. Just because there's so many people. Now, over the 7 years that I've been personally running Facebook ads, I spent $256,000 on personal, like nobody else's money, my motherfucking money, last year on Facebook alone. And we generated $2.1 million in sales, which is a 10X, which is fucking popular out here. I'm so tired of people talking about Facebook ads and saying 10X. It's fucking unreal. And 10X is something that was coined a long time ago before the dude wrote a book about it. And people just been saying that shit forever. And now it's worn the fuck out, right? We need an 11X. You know what I mean? We need another number. We need a smarter person equation. We need a 10Q, right? Q represents something bigger than X. 10 questions. That's what we need. Anyway, so here's what I do know. I've spent an ass ton of money at this point, probably close to $1 million of my own money on Facebook ads. And because of that, I've obviously generated an ROI of multiple millions of dollars. 2 last year. We're going to do 6 this year. The reason why I share this with you is I've got this shit down. There's no master certification in Facebook, but I have taken over 50 Facebook courses. I have paid over $60,000 to go and fly to events and pay for mentors and sign up for people to personally teach me. I have learned from like, what's funny is the people that I learned from in the beginning, now they pay me. And I have one of the most prolific trainings on Facebook ads, because here's what most people do. You know, they come in and they say, oh, I sell mortgages. And so let me run a Facebook ad on people who want to lower their interest rate on a mortgage. But here's the thing, nobody wants a fucking mortgage. They want a house. And if they want to lower their interest rate, there's something else they want to buy with the savings that they procure, right? So I teach people how to look at things outside of the box, how to write the copy, because Facebook ads are three-part. They're the message, the audience, and the lead capture technology. I teach how to cover all three of those things so that when you run an ad, my average mortgage guy sees a 7% opt-in rate and the leads cost around $6 a piece. If you were in mortgages, if you spent $60 and got 10 leads, do you think you could close a loan from that? Let's say you spent $600 and got 100 leads. Do you think that you could close one loan that gives you $2,500, $3,500 in return from spending $600? That's what I teach, how to scale that shit. I've got clients that have scaled the Facebook ads that we teach across the nation. I've got coaches, consultants, small business owners, the trades. We've got AC guys, roof guys. We've got advertisers. We've got people that own software as a service company. We've got webinar folks. We've got realtors, insurance agents, financial planners, like you name it. I have helped them run Facebook ads, and we've documented it all. We've documented it all. That's the thing, is I've got a prolific amount of experience. I've been running Facebook ads for a very long time. I ran my very first Facebook ad in 2010. That's 7 years ago. And I'd like to help you get better at Facebook ads too, because I believe that there's a lot of scamsters out there. There's a lot of people that are novices at best, but you're listening to a motherfucking expert right now. And I don't say that from a place of ego or arrogance, but it's fucking proof. It's proof that I've made. Look at, I run the biggest sales group on Facebook. I have one of the top sales pages on Facebook as far as a fan page. I have 45,000 followers just on my personal profile. It's safe to say I know a little bit about this, and I'd like to teach it to you, and you can learn all about it and a whole bunch of other stuff that's totally cool. I'd like to give you $33,700 worth of cool shit if you'll go and sign up for Breakfree Academy Entourage. You can go over to Breakfree Academy, B-R-E-A-K, breakfreeacademy.com/entourage. Or if you're watching this on the website, the hardcorecloser.com, you can just click the link under this video and it'll take you right there. But listen, get signed up for the Entourage. It'll be the best investment you ever make in yourself. And here's what happens to a lot of people. They invest in Entourage, get results, and they move up what we call the elevator to the top. I'd like to help you get on the elevator by getting you started today with breakfreeacademy.com/entourage. Join almost 600 other professionals. This is the $1 billion network. I got 5 loan officers in there that do just those 5 guys do over $600 million a year in mortgage production. A year, not in a lifetime, not in a decade, in a motherfucking year, that are in this group that can help you out. I've got realtors that are doing $50-60 million a year in this group. We've got financial planners, coaches, consultants. We got some of your favorite gurus in the program as well. You know, Frank Kern's a member, Russell Brunson's a member, Satima Ghali's a member, Stephen Krebs is a member. Like, we've got some like major players back there in our group that are investing in themselves and really benefit from this stuff. And I want to invite you, breakfreeacademy.com/entourage. Sign yo ass up. All right, so let's jump into the episode here. You know, I was in Miami last week, and we have something called the Tribe. And the Tribe is people that pay $30,000 to be a part of our deal for a year. It's our big ticket mastermind. And we're very selective. We don't take a lot of people in there. There's only 107 members right now. And so it's not a huge group. And about half of them showed up in Miami for we do a biannual meeting. We do one in July every year at the beach and one in the mountains every February, so that we could snowboard in the winter and write it off on our taxes, obviously, because it's a business trip, and hang out at the beach in the summer. Well, while I'm having this event and listening to all the great speakers and really seeing all the networking, you know, because this isn't one of those events that we lock you in a room for 12 hours. We go from 10 to 4. And the whole point of being in this group and this meeting is the network. So after that, it's to the bars and having a good time. We went out to Story and partied it the fuck up. It was a good time. $6,600 bar tab, man. There was this dude, just side note, There was this dude, man, he looked like Lurch from the Addams Family, maybe Herman Munster. He was a big motherfucker, man. His name was Mal. And like big dude. He like, you've never seen nobody like this in real life. I never seen nobody like this in real life. And dude, he was like our personal security guy. If you need to go to the bathroom, he like picked motherfuckers out of your way and sit them down. If you need to, like, he was everything, man. If somebody came into our space, man, his big ass just pushed them right out of the way. No big deal. Dude was the coolest experience ever. I think we ended up giving that dude $500 too for just making our experience so awesome. It was really cool. While I was at this event, one of the big themes that I was teaching everybody is the way to become wealthy is not to just stick to one path of income. You need multiple streams of income. All of the greats have been saying that forever. Robert Allen, Robert Kiyosaki, Ron LeGrand, they teach real estate. You got guys like David Bach who teach financial planning. They've been telling you for years multiple streams of income is the way to go. You got the MLM guys that say that too, but I'm not an MLM fan. If you sell MLM, nothing against you, get your hustle on. It's just not my thing. But here's what I do know, that you need side hustles, right? Because what happens if you sell mortgages, right? Mortgage is a business where someone comes in, they take a mortgage out, and you don't see them again for 5 years. It's a very transactional business. And they come in, hang out for 30 days, you don't see them again for 5 years. What happens if rates go up 6% overnight and motherfuckers take a 6-month break from, they don't, refinances dry up and motherfuckers take a 6-month break from buying houses because they're waiting on the market to adjust? That can be devastational. We saw that happen. The rates didn't go up, but we saw the pause happen in 2008. We know the history repeats itself. So if you were a loan officer and all of your income was all of a sudden taken away, what would you do? Same with you real estate agents, insurance, same thing. I want to tell you my story, and then I want to help you to where what happened to me doesn't happen to you. You see, I'm a grade A Kool-Aid drinker. If I get involved in something, I'm all the way in. There is no on the fence with Ryan Stewman. There is no halfway in and halfway out with the hardcore closer. I'm a motherfucker that is either on fire or don't give a fuck. That's it. There is no in between. I'm not that's not my thing. If I tell you, man, that's probably the worst insult that you could get from me. You would rather be told fuck off from me. Because if I'm indifferent to your shit, I either hate it or love it. If I'm indifferent to your shit, then obviously you lost me. But I'm a grade A Kool-Aid drinker. And when I do something, I go all in. And I've always been that way, because here's what I do know. If you commit to something and you don't stop, eventually you will win. Right now, I'm seeing huge wins in our recruiting clients efforts. The reason why is I've outworked all the competition. We were running a marathon and they were running a 100-meter dash. Guess what? They stopped 100 meters ago and I'm on mile 19. Sure, it took me 19 miles to catch up to fucking their progress, but guess what? The next few miles, they already stopped. They're out of the race. They're going to fuck around and get lapped. The reason why I tell you this shit is in 2010, being the grade A Kool-Aid drinker I am, I worked for a mortgage company and I was a loan officer. That was all I did. I had no additional revenue, no nothing. I was making $300,000 a year on a W-2. And in March of 2010, I've been doing that since 2008, this go around, since I got out of prison. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother show. But in 2010, because of my stint in federal prison, the feds wouldn't give me a license when they changed from, mortgage licenses used to be issued by the state. And then Dodd-Frank changed it to where they were issued by the federal government. And I had a state license, no problem. I had kept that active. They'd never taken it from me, but the feds refused to give me a federal license, and I lost my ability to originate loans. And the only job that I had ever, like the only career, not job, but the only career I ever had was a mortgage guy. I was a loan officer. That was my fucking identity. It's like, I'm a man, I'm a loan officer, and my name is Ryan, right? That was like my identity. And it was stripped from me. I can no longer operate in that realm. That was it. Gone, like overnight. I think it was like March 1st. Dodd-Frank went into effect and fuck me, I'm out of here. And I was making, $25,000 a month. That's a lot of money, especially W-2. That means that you got to keep about 14 of it after taxes and fucking cocksuckers at the IRS. But here's what I know. When it went away, it went away. I had nothing else to rely on. And I was in a position like most salespeople where, I drove a nice fucking car and spent money on watches and clothes and shit that I didn't need. I'd been locked up in prison for 15 months prior to getting this mortgage job, this second chance job that I had. And while I was locked up in prison, this bitch of an ex-wife of mine stole all my furniture. Was fucking banging dudes on the bed that I bought, shit. Took all my money, left me with 25 motherfucking dollars when I walked out the front door of that fucking place. Shout out to her. Saw a picture of her on Facebook the other day. She's fat now, so that's kind of cool. Hey, shit, it is what it is. But I didn't have shit. And I lost everything that I fucking loved, so I had to prove this materialistic world that I was living in. I had to prove that I fucking was still the man. Nice shoes, nice watch, nice car, all that shit. So I had bills, that's what I'm saying. And I went from making, $14,000 a month take home. I know that you're going, damn, 25 G's and 14 of it's all you get to keep. That's about fucking right. So I go and I've got 14 grand a month take home, and I've got $13,999 a month in bills probably. That's just how it fucking goes. I had about 30 grand saved up, and that was a month's fucking pay. Maybe 2 months since the taxes had already been taken out of that. And I had zero backup fucking plans. I was a grade A Kool-Aid drinker. My plan was to drink more Kool-Aid. I legitimately thought that one day I will own this motherfucker. I'll be running a bank. I'll have my own bank. This is my path to being the boss. Boy, was I wrong. It was all stripped out from under me. I didn't know what the fuck to do, man. It was literally as if I had been castrated, right? My identity, my fucking balls had been taken from me. I couldn't provide for my family. I had to figure out what the fuck I was going to do with my life. I didn't even have a fucking backup plan, y'all. It wasn't like, well, if this mortgage shit goes out the window, that was never even a thought in my fucking mind. But here I was, jobless, unable to get a job in the one career that I had mastered and dedicated my entire life to. Poof, gone overnight. It was at that point that I knew that I had to build something where I didn't have a license and I didn't have a boss. And it took me months to figure out what the fuck it was. Turned out it was an online loan officer training program called Hardcore Closer. That's what we started as. And I'd go through some rough years 2010 through 2014 were the struggle, man. Fighting with what's now another ex-wife and having my oldest son, Jax, and being homeless essentially for a little while and having to live with my in-laws. And dude, it just totally disrupted my house because I didn't have multiple streams of income. I didn't have any side hustles. And I'm trying to build a business from scratch, and I don't know anything about building a business. And, I learned a lot about how to get ripped off by bad business partners and all the fucking lessons you got to learn before you can excel. And in 2004, another wife had had enough of me and filed for divorce. 2014, I mean. Well, in 2014, she files for divorce. We get attorneys, do the whole fucking song and dance. I got nothing to lose, some broke dick motherfucker. Every dollar I get's going back into my company. I'm fucking just trying to figure out how the fuck everything's going. And I'm spending every dollar that I get on this fucking lifestyle and everything else. And I talked to the lawyers that evaluated my business. At the time, my business was bringing in $50,000 a month. So it's not like it was it's not like it wasn't doing business, but I'm spending 10 grand a month in Facebook ads. Lindsay, my secretary, she was costing me about $3,500 a month. I got all my bills, and then now the attorney bills and shit like that. So, and then taxes. So 50 grand sounds like a whole lot to some of you people, but it's really not. Because on every new level, there's a new devil. Every time that you catch extra money, there's always somebody. It's usually the IRS, those motherfuckers with their hand out. And so I go to have my business evaluated so I can figure out what I owe the ex-wife. And the lawyers come back to me a couple weeks after they audit my documents and shit. They're like, your business is useless, Mr. Stewman. And my lawyer's excited. He's like, hell yeah, we ain't got to give none of that equity up then. You don't want to fucking take on the liabilities. But to me, it was devastational because here I am. It's like they're telling me again, my career is useless. This is the second time in 4 years. When I said, but I'm bringing in 50 grand a month. And they said, yeah, but if you got in a car accident, at the time I owned a motorcycle, they said, if you got in a motorcycle accident, who's going to pay 50 grand tomorrow? Nobody. Maybe for 1 month, not 2. You're fucked. And like I said, my attorney was excited. Her attorney didn't want anything to fucking do with my businesses because it was a liability. And I realized that they're right. If I got in a wreck on my motorcycle, I was fucked. I was gonna, if I died, who the fuck's gonna feed Jax? His mom doesn't work. She's relying on the support checks that I send her. Same with Amy now. If I died, who's gonna feed Colton and Asher and Amy? Like, they rely on me. And so I said, you know what? I've got to build something bigger than myself, and I've got to build multiple streams because I can't keep getting my tail caught in the rat trap. Then I got to get out of the rat race because these rat bastards are taking all my money, right? So I started looking at ways to make additional money. Now, obviously, I come from a real estate background, so the first opportunity I jumped in was real estate. But over the years, there's really 3 things that any salesperson can do. These hustles, these side hustles. Listen, you're not going to get rich overnight. This is not a, hey, join my multi-level marketing. You can buy a goddamn Ferrari tomorrow. This is nothing like that. This is real shit I'm going to share with you. Real shit. And I believe that you're listening to this right now because you want to better yourself. And if you're in a position where you only do loans, you only do real estate, you only sell cars, you only sell insurance, and you got one stream of income, you better pay close fucking attention because it can all go away in the blink of an eye, whether you expect it or whether you believe it or not. And you can say, well, I'm not a felon and I'm not this. Robots are coming, motherfucker. Robots are coming. We live in a time where we have to convince machines that we're not machines. And so you need side hustles because we don't know how long our jobs are going to be out there. Canada's already paying a living wage. They're raising minimum wage here just because they can't keep up. It's only a matter of time, folks. It's the biggest concern amongst billionaire Illuminatiists right now. The future of labor and robots. And don't you think for 1 minute and I'm a good example of this. I only have 4 salespeople right now. And my robots outsell those 4 salespeople. And no disrespect to them, but it's because I've got the automation and technology to where the robots are reliable. They don't get caught up on too long of a phone call. They don't get caught up drinking and making it a little bit late. Or they don't get caught up with having issues with their kids or significant others or something where they've got to leave the office and handle personal business. And I'm okay with that. That's just part of doing business with humans. But we don't have that problem with robots. And here's the thing, like, I love people. Most people that own companies and that run the fucking evil side of things don't give a fuck about people. And they will do anything to increase their bottom line. But I watched a cartoon once to where one person accumulated all the money in the world and then that made money useless and everybody else went on about living their life, right? That was interesting to throw in there. But so I got 3 side hustle ideas I want to help you guys out. Number 1's e-commerce. You can go buy shit, garage sales. You can buy shit wholesale from retailers. You can set up a Teespring account or a Shopify account or an Amazon account and sell that shit. You can set up a direct path with a distributor on Alibaba. Take the things they sell on Alibaba, which is Amazon for China. And so you can go to Alibaba and buy shit for, let's say, 25 cents. Let's say you can buy fidget spinners for 25 cents. You turn around and you put them on Amazon, and all you have to do is have Alibaba ship the boxes of fidget spinners to the Amazon fulfillment center, and Amazon will ship them out on your behalf, and you could charge $5 a piece for them. You never have to touch product. It's like being Frank Thomas in the heroin trade. You never got to touch that shit. It just moves and pays you all day long. People dying, Chinese factories, that's just part of it. People dying on heroin, it's just part of it. All jokes aside, you could have this shit shipped from Alibaba every time you got to a certain amount of fidget spinners left. You can have a notification that automatically goes out from Amazon to Alibaba. It orders another 10,000 fidget spinners, ships them to Amazon. Amazon continues to put you on the front page selling your fidget spinners. Right now, I have a guy named Ryan Nichols, and he's also one of our salespeople, but I don't think he's doing this for the public right now. But he and I partnered up and bought about $10,000 worth of Ivanka Trump shoes when Nordstrom took them out of their stores. And that's no secret. I like Trump. Judge me. Like, we're all entitled to our opinions. I've been reading. I've been at Trump University long before he was a president and everything else. If you don't like that, I don't give a fuck. And I'm not here to talk politics. I'm just saying, when I spot opportunity, I know that shit with the Trump brand on it's going to sell right now, despite what fake news CNN's saying. And so we bought a bunch of Ivanka Trump shoes, and now we're selling them. We bought them at wholesale liquidation prices, and now we're selling them at retail. And we're doing about $1,000 a day in sales with minimal effort. And that's money that every day hits my account that I don't have to work for. And when I run out of shoes, we just order some more. We ship them to Amazon, sell some more. You can do that. I've got a friend that has vape pens, and he sells vape pens. Whatever you're into, you don't have to go pick something like that you don't know anything about. If you got a hobby of something that you're into and you know a lot about it, figure out a way to buy it cheap and sell it at retail through Amazon, eBay, Shopify, Alibaba. It's all there for you. It's just a matter, excuse me, I got a little allergies today. It's just a matter of you taking the time to educate yourself. But if you take 4 or 5 hours to learn how either Amazon or Shopify or something like that works, and you take another 4 or 5 hours to set up your plug and your distribution, and what happens then is magic. You're making money every day. One day, you might find that you've saved enough money from e-commerce. You might find that you have enough profit to where you don't have to work your full-time job anymore. You might make enough money from e-commerce to turn around and invest it in the second thing you can do as a side hustle, which is real estate. I own a real estate company, 2 of them actually, and we're not like buying and selling real estate as like agents. We invest in flip houses, and I know that I make money from Hardcore Closer and Breakfree Academy, and I know that if you just have money sitting around, it's like people. If it's sitting around, it's not doing work. And so my job is to put money to work. So I buy real estate. Now you might say, well, I ain't got hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy real estate. It only takes about 20. You got 20 grand, you get your hands on some real estate. You get a loan from a bank. You go buy a $100,000 property, give the bank 20,000, you owe them 80, and they say the payment's $300 a month. You get a renter in there for $1,500 a month. You're making $1,200 a month profit, passive income. That's what, $14,400 a year, if I did my math right. And you can take the money that you make, the excess money you make from e-commerce, and invest it into real estate. You can parlay this shit, just like if you were gambling and you invested in a real estate. You flip a house, you take the money, you invest it in it again. You flip a house, you take the money, you buy 2. You flip the house, you take the money, you buy some more Ivanka Trump shoes and put them on the e-commerce site. If you're looking for passive income, you can hit up my buddy Matt Motil, M-O-T-I-L, M-A-T-T-M-O-T-I-L, Dr. Matt Motil on Facebook. He's always got properties that he sells from the $30,000 to $150,000 range that will that he can put you in with a property manager and everything else. Listen, if you've got cash, if you've got money sitting around, spend that shit. Don't sit on it. Sitting money is useless. If you don't have cash, you can do what's called wholesaling. You can go out and you can find properties that are worth 100 grand, but they need some work, and you can pick them up for 50 grand, turn around and sell them for 60 grand, and somebody still got a $40,000 margin on that bitch once they fix it up. They're out there every day, and you think, well, who's going to sell a house half off? Hoarders, people with bug infestations, people going through foreclosure, dead people, estate probate, tax liens. This shit happens every day. Well, I got $200,000 in cash money that we're going to the auction on Tuesday to go buy a house. People that fucked up and didn't make their payment. You fuck up and don't make your payment, I own your house. Then I send my big ass gangster homeboys over there to kick you out. Sorry, it's a sad world. Shit's happened to me before. I'm just saying. But e-commerce is huge, passive income. Real estate, same thing, passive income. Both require an education curve. But listen, everything you need to know is on YouTube. You want to learn about e-commerce? Don't buy a course. Just go to YouTube. You want to learn about real estate and how to make money wholesaling and how to make money renting and how to make money flipping? Just go to YouTube, man. It's all on there. Number 3, last but not least, is affiliate marketing. If you have products that you use and recommend on a daily basis, you can get paid from them. Amazon has something called Seller Central. And it's Amazon affiliates. And with Amazon affiliates, you can log in and any product on Amazon, they will give you an affiliate link that pays between 5 and 50%. So if you hear friends on Facebook talking about how they're about to buy a MacBook, you can go copy a link from Amazon, the affiliate link from Amazon, and tell them all about why this is your favorite Mac. Post the link. If they buy it through your link, you get paid a commission, not only on that computer, but anything else that's in their cart when they check out. If you're a fitness coach, you need to go get you an affiliate deal, not multi-level marketing, affiliate deal with a supplement company. For every bottle of pills that you sell, they give you X amount of dollars, and you should be pushing that onto your clients. We use ClickFunnels and Lead Pages and Lead Pops and Aweber and Sniply and a few other, and Read It For Me. We use a few other things in our Entourage and Tribe masterminds. I get paid from all of them. It doesn't cost my clients anymore. Matter of fact, it saves them money going through my link, and I still get paid from it. Last month, my check from Lead Pages was $4,800. My check from ClickFunnels was $3,800. My check from Lead Pops was $1,100. My check from Aweber was about $600. And my check from Read It For Me still ain't got here. Read It For Me. But we're talking some real money, almost 10 grand in passive income that comes to me every single month. That's how I pay for my cars and my children's private schools, through affiliate marketing. Listen, the fastest way to become a millionaire is to consistently double your main business while building bolt-on alternative side hustle sources of income as well. Like if you're a loan officer and you make $250,000 a year, in order to make $500,000, you're like, fuck, I have to work twice as hard. Well, if you make $250,000 a year and you invest 75 of that pre-tax dollars into buying real estate, and you flip 3 houses because of it throughout the years, and each house you made $50,000, then guess what? You got $250,000 plus 150 grand, and you really didn't do that much fucking extra work. Now, I want you to think about what you can be doing. I just gave you 3 ideas. Surely there's others. I own an alarm company. Like I said, real estate companies, technology company. The whole key to being an entrepreneur and being a good salesperson is to find a need and fill it. And I just gave you 3 side hustles, but you definitely need one, because you don't want to get caught with your fucking pants down like me. The only time you want to get caught with your pants down is if there's a hot chick giving you a blowjob, right? Other than that, you don't want to get caught with your pants down, especially like Joe Rogan says, we could get caught jerking off. Those are like the worst faces we ever make. But if you're not careful, and if you don't have additional side incomes, that's exactly what's going to happen. The whole world come crashing down around you like it did me. And I'm telling you, that was a devastational time. Even for me, a tough dude. I've been through some hell in my life. 4 years in prison, adoption, running the streets. And man, it was one of the most trying times of my life. It was more frustrated being free and fighting to figure out what the fuck my next move was than it was being locked up in prison where I knew where my next meal was coming from. I don't want that for you. What I want for you is for you to start finding ways to accumulate wealth through side hustles. Now, don't deviate and lose your focus on your main thing. Keep your main thing your main thing. But you need bolt-ons, like a new set of tits on a hot blonde out of Scottsdale. All right, everybody. So one last thing, let me give you a quick recap. We got e-commerce, real estate, and affiliate marketing. I'd like to give you a free free paperback copy of my best-selling book. We've sold like 20,000 copies of it. It's elevatortothetop.com. Grab it, go there, wrap it up, smack it, rub it down. Oh no, grab the book. Just give me your address. We'll put it in the mail for you and get it out. Elevatortothetop.com. If you want to follow me on social media, go to CLYXOClixo.com/closer. And there's all my social media channels. And as always, make sure you're a subscriber for all of our new podcasts and everything else over at hardcorecloser.com. And I'm fucking out of here, side hustlers. Later, Closer Nation.